Hey guys, Justin here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review on probably the oldest of the event squads, the PPK squad. So I'm going to be talking about the history of the squad, the history of the weapon as well, and more or less, is it good, how it ranks up basically, today, basically how it ranks today, essentially. So let's do a little bit of history on both the squad and the the weapon. Now, the squad is actually the 34th Guards Rifle Regiment, which was a part of the 14 Guards Rifle Division, which was one of the elite infantries of the Soviet Union. It was first organised in January of 1942 it was basically due to the formation of, it was basically a copy of the 96th Rifle Division, and it pretty much served mostly on the southern front, where it actually was nearly destroyed during the second battle of Karkarov, I think that's how you say it, during Case Blue. However, only a few parts of the 14th Rifle actually escaped, and it was sent to the reserve, where it did actually serve in the Battle of Stalingrad, along with other offensives like the Vista-Oder offensive, and later the Battle of Berlin and the Prague offensive. However, it was actually disbanded right after the war in 1946, despite the division earning the Order of Lenin, and despite it actually earning a lot of decorations. It was, however, disbanded. And of course, it did take place in the Battle of Berlin, which is one of the divisions that you use. Now, as for the weapon, the PPK, this was actually a very interesting one. Now, obviously, the PPK stands for whatever the PP stands for, because the way the Soviets work is that PP is actually the designation, and then the K is the designer, I believe. That's how it worked. I'm not sure. But this one's very interesting, as the person who developed it is Kalashnikov, who, of course, if you don't know, developed the incredibly famous AK-47. Now, there really isn't actually much to talk about with this weapon because it was very obscure. In fact, there was only 2 prototypes of the weapon, which is ironic given that it's a 4-man squad. But what really happened was that this was basically said, the Russians decided that this wasn't up to the standard of, while it was better than stuff like the PPS and the PPSH, it was a lot more expensive. So the design was tossed out the window in favour of the PPS 42. Anyways, that being with the small history of both the weapon and the division out of the way, let's talk about it in game. So the PPK squad was, of course, a part of the Battle Summer event. You can see here it's a squad of 4 assaulters, which are all armed with the PPK. You can see here they also came with backpacks and explosive pouches. The PPK, of course, having a 25 magazine and 100 rounds for a 100 rounds in reserve. So that means it has essentially 4 magazines in reserve with a hit power of 6.6. Now, if you compare it to, say, the PP, it basically has the exact same as the other Soviet SMGs, other than the PPSs, which of course are slightly stronger, I believe. The PPS 42 is slightly stronger, but everything else is pretty much identical to it. You can see here, so in terms of damage, it's identical to pretty much most Soviet SMGs, other than, of course, the suppressed one and the PPS 42, which does a slightly more damage. Now, it also has, of course, this unique camo, which you can see here. You can see the unique camo compared to the other Soviets, which, of course, have the armor plate, or this where they get this quite cool green camo, which I think is quite cool. Now, obviously, as well, it's also a part of the it was a very early premium squad, so it's more following the mold of these premium squads, like of course the PPD 40 with the bayonet, and of course the older assaulter squads. So it does come with only 4 soldiers, which is the only real downside of the squad, because the weapon's actually really good. The PPK is a very good SMG, and honestly, I think the problem with the squad is, of course, the size. But honestly, if you could add an engineer to the squad, it would be perfect. But obviously, you can't really, because you can't, of course, customize these squads at all. Look, I mean, you can't customize this to begin with, so yep. And honestly, it's a lot of fun to use. In terms of quality, I would say in terms of usage, not quality, usage, I would say it's really best to basically just hammer into a point with these things. These guys, they pretty much are a quick burst and you're done with them. Unlike something like the PPD, where you can spray and pray all day, same with the PPSH, and even the FA to an extent, it's like that, basically. You spray in and that's it. And you can't really prolong fire with this thing, but honestly, it's alright. This thing actually is a lot of fun to use, and I generally would say it's one of my favourite SMGs to use. It's not the best SMG in the game, but it's the most fun to use. Now, obviously, of course, this was a part of Battle Summer, so it's not in the game anymore. I will be doing a full. I've already done a review on the sniper, not the sniper squad, the ghillie suit squad, which was part of the Silent Hunters event, and I'll probably be doing one on the other 2 squads. And I mean, we're due for another event like Fiery November anytime soon, so we might be getting a new squad soon. I might be doing, if we do get an event like Fiery in November, I will be doing a review on these guys, on all of the squads, and which ones were the best, which ones the worst. But in terms of fun factor, these are probably my second favourite of all of the squads, in terms of how much fun. I'm not going to say how effective they are, because I'll save that for that video. But these are a lot of fun to use, and they're generally quite good. The only real downside with them is it's only 4 assaulters. If it was 5, and of course, obviously, I mentioned earlier with the historical inaccuracy, because 2 of these guys, I mean, there's double the amount in this squad of PPKs than they were actually developed. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty good premium squad. I enjoy it, and yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.